What's that? It's Pig Nuts, week 12, coming to you live from the pig pen. It is Piggy himself, and I've been rolling in tons of Thanksgiving mud. Sorry I've missed you the past few weeks. My feelings were hurt. Piggy was in his feels, but Bird Beaks got me out of my pen, and I am here to kind of fuck shit up. I don't have the capacity that Bird Beaks has. I don't have the production value, but I do have heart. I have pig heart, and that's a big heart of pig heart. So I'm here for Who's Back, Who's Dead, and Who's Not Back But Not Dead. Congrats to Bird Beaks. Amazing episode. Starting off with giving thanks. Giving thanks. I thank all of you. I love being a part of this league. I was taking it for granted for a few weeks. I was in my feelings, but I thank all four of my viewers, and I am here for the time being. I'm excited to be back. Give thanks to everyone around. I know Thanksgiving was yesterday, so don't give too much thanks, but thankful for all of you. Moving on to Chris Paul, Scott Foster beef. Chris Paul and Scott Foster. Yesterday, Chris Paul was ejected right before the end of the first half by Scott Foster. For years, they haven't seen eye to eye, of course. They're like Tom and Jerry, spy versus spy. He called Scott Foster a bitch over and over again, and everyone's like, that's aggressive. I get that you got called for a foul on Kevin Durant. Paul, post game, said it's personal between them and says years ago they had a situation with his son uh, while he was on the Clippers, and says the league knows and everyone knows. No one knows what it is. Very cryptic, but something about his son that that Scott Foster did that Chris Paul does not like, and says that the league is aware of it and that they have like real like actual personal beef. He is 2-17 when Scott Foster officiating in the playoffs. So Scott Foster and him have like actual feud, real life like man to man beef. Something with his kid. We don't know exactly what it is. I'm sure eventually we'll find out. But Chris Paul, Scott Foster beef still very much alive. Next up, we got Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay says he was arrested in 2014 because he's a rich white billionaire. All the plight of the rich white billionaire. Of course, everyone feels bad for them. Stephen A. Smith on First Take called him unhinged, which caused Irsay to spiral further, saying he's the victim, of course. He had drugs in the car and 29,000 in cash at the time of the 2014 arrest. He calls out Kimberly Martin, who's an NFL reporter and first also on First Take. He says in a tweet after First Take says the woman that preceded Stephen A. How dare you? I don't care to know you, and if my black mother Dorothy was alive, you'd be in hot water. You are mean and ugly and a nothing burger. Amazing to call somebody a nothing burger. Hilarious. Also, amazing emojis if you look at this tweet. I think we posted it in the group, but first of all, his mother was definitely not black. He's talking about like a slave they had in the house. Growing up, he also was saying that he grew up poor. His dad bought the Colts when he was 12. So, like, yeah, they immigrated over to America and they were poor for like 5 minutes before he got really, really rich. Did not have a black mother. Jim Irsay continues to be an amazing cracked out cokehead, but great. Great for showbiz, great for the NFL. Love Jim Irsay, but that's a lot of nonsense. Moving on to Who's Dead, we got Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey's story broke Twitter yesterday. The Australian basketball player for the OKC Thunder. Actually, a very good player. But everyone else had a happy Thanksgiving except for Josh Giddey. Twitter was ablaze with Josh Giddey, Carl Malone memes after a story comes out that Josh Giddey is banging a girl named Liv Cook. The problem for him is that Liv Cook is a 15-year-old junior in high school. And there's all the video evidence and picture evidence. There's pictures and video that she has posted and other people have posted. Selfie of her saying, I just banged Josh Giddey with him in the background naked. Like, I had sex with this girl, basically. Not good. There's a bunch of video evidence. He's probably canceled soon, I think. Not a great look for Josh Giddey. She's cute, but she's 15. Can't be doing that, Josh Giddey. I'm sure you could do fine. Next up on Who's Dead, we got hangovers. Hangovers are dead. Scientists have created a wonder drink called Safety Shot that allegedly cuts your BAC by 50% in an hour, which is crazy if you think about it. And they're saying it sounds a little snake oily because it says it's in its own product category, rapid alcohol detoxification, and asserts that its product requires no FDA approval because it falls under the category of nutraceuticals, which I guess is some fake thing where they don't need to be FDA approved. It probably does cut your thing in half, but it probably also cuts your life in half. Not sure. Definitely would try it. Also, it means that you can just continue. Everyone would just be drunk forever. If you can just keep having in half, just keep drinking and then keep cutting it in half, you can drink forever. No one would ever go home. Families would be in shambles. But it'd be a hell of a time. Hangovers, those are dead. Sorry, I feel a little shitty. Big hangover from yesterday, Thanksgiving. We got a huge Dolphins game coming up. I'll get into that. We had some good games yesterday. Who's not back but not dead? We got P. Diddy. P. Diddy. Not back but not dead. Close to dead. Almost dead, but not dead. P. Diddy last week was sued by former girlfriend Cassie of Me and You fame. It's me and you. I've been waiting to make a move. Maybe tell me you want it. That girl, that banger. Of Me and You fame for rape and abuse, he was sued. Puffy began dating. Allegations are Puffy began dating her at age 19 in 2005, and he's accused of drugging her constantly, beating her, and forcing her to have sex with male or escorts while he filmed. He also forced his way into her home and raped her on multiple occasions. Diddy came out and said this is blackmail, and she's been asking for $30 million or she would release a damaging book filled with lies. In 2012, Diddy grew so angry that she was dating Kid Cudi that he threatened he would blow up his car, Kid Cudi's car, and Kid Cudi's car blew up. And Kid Cudi confirms that Diddy blew up his car. He would make her carry his gun in her purse. One night, he picked up one of her friends and dangled her off a 17th floor balcony. Turns out Diddy's a horrible guy. The next day, after the suit was filed, they came to an agreement outside of court for a ton of money, I'm sure. Now he's getting sued for the third time this week for sexual assault. Turns out that bad boy, he was always a bad boy. Diddy, not a great guy. Not back, but not dead. He filed. He has the money. He has the money to settle these cases, but not a good look. Lastly, we got OpenAI on Who's Back Not Dead. OpenAI. Sam Altman was the founder and CEO of OpenAI. So I went to my resident tech expert Vivek on this story, and we talked it over a little bit. Sam Altman was the founder and CEO of OpenAI, the biggest AI company in existence. We all use and love OpenAI because they created ChatGPT. Pretty much the most powerful, scary company in the world. They're eventually going to take over all humanity. The computers are going to come and kill us. Terminator, they're the company that's going to do that. So on Friday, OpenAI, Sam Altman's supposed to be the most powerful tech guy ever. And on Friday, OpenAI board votes him out of nowhere, citing that he wasn't openly candid with their communications. Very vague, doesn't make any sense. Like, no, they're not giving any proof, just saying he wasn't open with them, and they just exile him. The tech world and Twitter goes ablaze. Vivek and all his friends are like, oh my God, what's happening? Microsoft comes from the clouds, and they're the biggest investor in OpenAI. $14 billion they've already put into this company. They found out Sam was going to get fired right before he got fired. So Sam Altman says, what the fuck, I'll just go work for Microsoft directly because they're already donating a bunch of money there. Microsoft comes and scoops Sam Altman. Now OpenAI is like, whoa, what just happened? A bunch of OpenAI engineers are pissed off. Rumors of them trying to bring him back. And then they say, never mind. He's officially out. And they hire the old CEO of Twitch as the new CEO. And Twitch, of course, way less cool. Ilya Sutskever, the number 2 guy at OpenAI, comes out and says, if Sam's gone, I'm gone. Fuck this, I'm out. And then a petition going around says 700 of the 770 total OpenAI employees all say that they're going to quit unless Sam is CEO. Huge chaos for, the stock market's ablaze, the tech world's ablaze. Sam says he's not coming out. All of OpenAI's in tatters. Somehow they get Sam to come back. I think Microsoft just gives him back to them. Sam's now back as CEO. Super crazy, succession story there. They tried to oust him, and then they realized they couldn't oust him. And then they realized that they lost their jobs if they don't bring him back. Crazy stuff. That's what we got. Next up, we got Thanksgiving Power Rankings. Food rankings. First, we got this is top 5 rankings. They're somewhat controversial. I think so. I know that people are not a huge fan of turkey, but that's number 1. Number 1 is turkey. If you get a good turkey, which you can spatchcock it, there's a lot of ways to do it. I was toying with sous vide in turkey. I haven't done that yet, but I have spatchcocked it. But if you get a turkey right, it's incredible. It's amazing leftover. I know that you can't eat turkey year round. A lot of people don't like turkey, but turkey's still number one. It's the goat. Some people do ham, some people do prime rib. I'm still going turkey all day. Next up, and this almost hit one on my list, is stuffing. Stuffing number two, it's 1B, truthfully. If you have good stuffing, if you have bad stuffing, your Thanksgiving's over. If you have good stuffing, you can save bad turkey with good stuffing. Number three, gravy and mashed potatoes. And I go gravy before mashed potatoes because if you do gravy the right way and you do it with the innards and you do it with the heart and all the stuff and you make it the way it should be made, you can pour that gravy on everything. You can drink it. The mashed potatoes, of course, are important, but the gravy is what makes the mashed potatoes. The gravy is what makes the meal. Four, you got green beans. You can do green bean casserole. You can do green beans. I like to stay light on my feet. I like having some green beans with some slivered almonds. But you can do the green bean casserole. That's fine. And then five, you have the goat dessert for Thanksgiving. You have pumpkin pie. That's my five. Teams. We got me versus Danny. We got matchups. Me versus Danny. Danny 1-10 for this season. Disgusting performance this year. You're projected 88 points. I'm projected 106. My team doesn't look that good these days either. But against Danny, come on, that's a free win for everyone. Give me 106. Give me the win there. Avi v Gold 118, 108. Avi already had a big game from CMC. Give me Avi. Isaac projected 98. Shemmer from the Clouds 122. He had a great Dallas game yesterday on Thanksgiving. Dak, CD, and Dallas D all put up huge numbers. Isaac tumbles a little more. Shemmer comes up a little bit. Shemmer with the win there. Saul Natsky. Saul projected 91. Natsky projected 96. Give me Natsky there. Vivek Kaufman. Vivek in first. 110, 110. Close matchup. Give me Vivek because he's in first. He has the power now. Give me Vivek for the win there, pulling it out. And Ginsburg Bird. Bird, Team PU continues to fall. Gins, give me the win there, 108.95. I know this is not the best pig nuts. I'm not feeling great, truthfully. A little sick. Don't feel great, but I wanted to give you pig nuts. I will continue to give you pig nuts. Next week, I'll give you pig nuts again. Have a happy Thanksgiving weekend. Love to be back. Good for you, Bird Beaks. Love you all.